We are not trained professionals. Do not follow this video if you want any sort of success in replacing your wheel bearings. For entertainment purposes only.
Oh yeah, we're replacing a wheel bearing today on the old BMW. So you know that's gonna be a pain in the ass. But for whatever reason, they think it's a really good idea to include some plastic jack points, which is crazy. And we did ourselves a little woodworking today. And we cut in half a piece of, not even 4x4, some firewood to get it up to the right height. And that's his license plate here. He lives at this address. And he doesn't lock his doors at night. All right, we're assessing the situation here. And as you can see, it's a New England car. So we got something fun coming down the way here. I don't know. I think our plan of attack is just going to be, I don't even know. YouTube. We're just going to spray it with a bunch of lubricant and maybe smack it with a hammer or something like that. But I don't know. I've seen worse and it came out easy, so maybe we'll get that, but probably not. But honestly, everything else looks really clean, but that was probably replaced or a different type of bolt there. But all right, let's see. All right, so we're gonna just clean up this bolt area. Sort of already started here, but you know, just spray some lubricant in there, and then take a wire brush and just sort of clean up as best you can around here. It looks like we're basically gonna have to try and hammer out these folded in parts of the original nut that was put in. You can see how the nice new one isn't folded in here. It looks like they're sort of using that as a way to lock in the nut when they put it in originally. So I don't know if we're gonna end up doing that. We'll see when we get there, but this might be a little bit of a pain. All right, so you basically gotta hammer out those little crimp marks that I was talking about before. So you break them away so they kind of end up looking like that on both sides.
I don't.
So here Andrew is going to be removing the brake caliper. There's a mini little extendo torco meter. Try to get that. Yeah.
It's on jack stands, but I'm
going
holding
the
it
right
back
way?
because they have plastic
Yeah.
jack points.
Oh,
Yeah.
BMW, what a nice vehicle.
You going the right way?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are we gonna get that? E12, it's like the inverse of torques.
That's right. Right up is left. When it's
Where's the
backwards, up is left. Shit, the bolt's gone.
You need a 1/2 inch? I brought one.
No, All right, you can. All right, so once you remove the two bolts from the back of the caliper, they look like this here. You'll be able to pull this out of the way, and you can use like zip ties, or if you have a hanger hook, to just hook it out of the way. But you just probably shimmy it out there, and we can probably just zip tie it right to this support here and just get it out of the way. So. All right, so we quickly realized that we did not have what we needed. So called up my friend Ethan here. He had a big truck set of these like massive socket sets. So he brought that over and that was good enough for the axle. Turns out what I had wasn't enough. And then here he's got some snap ring pliers he's bringing over. This is for when we're gonna remove the wheel bearing later. We gotta get these snap rings out of the way. So he brought those, as well as these 90-degree pairs he's showing us here. So something like that's definitely helpful to have. And then we told him to grab a mallet as well, because we were going to need that for sure. Bang around on something. Whatever reason we didn't have that, and yeah. All right, so that's Ethan right there. You can see his ass. He was nice enough to bring us some bigger sockets so we can actually get around this here. I'm pretty sure this is either like a 33 or a 34.
It's a 36.
Or a 30. It's a 36. So you can actually get these sockets at like Harbor Freight. They're made for like pickup trucks. So yeah, BMW made the right decision.
I also
So we're just gonna try and loosen it here. but we can't because it
Can you lock your
spins.
diff or no?
I know how we're gonna do this, but it's not gonna be fun.
Is it spinning now?
Yeah,
Okay. Give me
What the hell
a
did that
block
guy
of
do?
wood.
I don't know what he did.
I need a block of wood or something.
What I was
to
gonna
turn that wheel.
gonna do is put two. If you take two of these,
And a crowbar?
and then we get a crowbar or your big,
Oh yeah, and then
you
wedge it.
we hold it the other way
Yeah.
while he goes. And then what that'll do is it'll cause it so
That's
if
fine.
something breaks, and then we won't be able to do this anymore. So you said you had like a 2-foot one, but this one might suffice. What we can do is something like this here, and we hold not that way, but this way.
There's no
Or
way.
I have.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, don't strip it though. That would be bad.
Yeah, make sure you're seated in that. Yeah, so that's
We're
not
bending
coming
this.
off.
Yeah.
Go get a. What do you have for like lumber? Like just small.
Yeah.
All right, so we told you to remove the brakes before. Don't. Keep them on. You're gonna need that to hold this. Otherwise, it's gonna want to spin. This is my first time working on a BMW. It's not a treat, and it's funny because it's right after Halloween here. But if you got 3 guys, you're gonna need one in the driver's seat holding the brake, pump it a couple times and hold it. And then you're gonna want someone to hold this steady, and then you're gonna need someone to push it down. So this is not a solo mission. This is a 3 friends at the minimum gotta get together. So, but once you get it loose, like we have it here, you should be able to get it off. But he's still gonna need to hold that brake there. So. Right, so now that you've gotten your 3 friends together and you took off the axle bolt there, which actually came off pretty nice, now you're going to want to remove the brake caliper. Yeah, you can see kind of how bad of a condition that was, but it did come out pretty good, even looking like that. So it's a 16 mil, it's just 2 bolts on the back, and then you can pull it to the side and hang it off this here. We already took this off, so they're already loose, so I can use an impact driver to pull them out. Right. Then you can pull this out to the side here, and you can just zip tie it around that. You want to hold that?
All right, guys. So next, you're gonna want to get your axle puller.
Oh yeah. Work the tip.
Well, at least it fits.
Work the tip. Almost there. Almost there. Work the tip. Oh yeah.
There's a good thumbnail somewhere in there.
All right, All right, so next we're gonna want to attach our axle pulley. You can rent this at any hardware store. All right.
The socket isn't gonna fit on this.
All right, so after you remove
This is gonna be
the brake rotor bolt here, you're gonna want to install your pulley with the lug nuts that you took off earlier. With a slide hammer, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it. With the slide hammer, we're gonna pull this off.
Right.
All right, so we found out we're not doing this right, so we're gonna leave and go get what we need. The thing is, we only have this car, so we're gonna be taking this car. So we're gonna put everything back and we're gonna take it. A piece of paper and a pen, and let's write down what we need, because otherwise we're gonna forget. So we need like an E12
That's
socket.
on
We need
That's
a
tight
pulley.
to this.
That's fine, but that doesn't do anything for us
But-
because we need to push.
Right. We need to pull it off.
We need to push in.
So should we just leave that like that for now?
Because I think the rotor is set in that, but the idea is you're pushing the axle
I
in.
don't understand.
All right,
Keep
little
everything just in
trick
case.
if you're ever working on a car and you got to
Look
rent
how
and
big
buy
the rotor
tools,
might need it.
just buy what you need, get all the parts you need, and then cancel the credit card. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, isn't my credit score going to suffer from that? Yes, but you'll recover. So it doesn't
be fine.
matter. You know, just say it's fraud.
I just don't.
All right, let's see. Brake cleaner, yeah, just get 2 of those. And then I'm gonna just poke at the clearance real quick.
Here. Oh, am I filming this? Self-incriminating?
Well, I'm trying to
What else
see
we
if
got
it has
here?
what we need.
Nothing good here.
Is that a 12?
I don't know. The guy who did this job before us already tried to steal it. What's that?
That's a 10.
Too small. I think it's gonna be this one right here.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Is that
Here
12?
you go. I think they,
Whoever was here needed the. It might be that one.
no dice.
It's gonna be like 8. 12.
All right, put that in your pocket. Let's go.
You guys have a good day. Thank you. You
man.
too.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we're back to the house. I'd like to say it's probably 1 o'clock and we still haven't done anything.
Yeah. We were 4 hours in, basically zero progress.
We got more tools, so hopefully we have what we need now. And we probably have stuff we don't need. We're over budget and over time.
Hey, did you see the new AMGarage video of Andrew sanding his headlights down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was pretty funny.
it's pretty good.
I did forget though that you're supposed to put clear over the lens when you're done, and someone commented that. So I thought that was funny.
That whole video is Andrew literally clips it and he goes from one outfit and just it changes into a completely different outfit.
Yeah, no, I was wondering if anyone would notice that because I did it on a different day. All right, so once you get this set up here, you're just gonna want to start going ham and push that axle out of the back. Now we went ahead and we also took off the bolts for the axle at the diff here, but that's something you could do afterwards as well when you go to remove the axle. And it also might be helpful to remove the exhaust. So you can see that boot in there is moving away from the hub right now as we use the axle pulley. It's almost out now. Let's see if we can't get a good angle in there. All right, guys.
So we forgot to film this part, but in order to get the hub out, we used our slide hammer and knocked it out, exposing our absolutely smoked wheel bearing and axle assembly.
All right, guys, so it's another day on another week. We finished up the BMW, but we did not record it. So yeah, it was absolutely terrible. It took us about 9 hours. And now I think we got to flatten the rear. So hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.